do this analysis. Looking at my title, it says IPOB is an ideology. They are not devils. So I believe most of us have seen this statement. It is a statement from the police commissioner of Anambra State, Iki Oye. He's a Yoruba man. Iki Oye Orutugu is the Anambra State Commissioner of Police. So this statement, he made it, I believe it's over the weekend, during a press conference somewhere in Anambra State. He made this statement. He said, IPOB is an ideology. They are not devils. I would like you to listen from him.
As expected, but you know, some people thought, I keep telling people, you call it Ipob, IPOB, those are just ideologies. They're just ideologies. It's not like they are devils. They are not devils. Some people tend to paint it to be devils. They are not. And the people who know that you don't have to be a devil to have the Biafra ideology, they are working well. They are cooperating with the society. It's an ideology. And we do not want it to be a destructive ideology. That is our take, and that is our plea.
So this statement, we are going to take it line by line. You know, when I saw this statement, considering a man, it came from Anambra State Commissioner of Police. When it comes to police command in Anambra State, this man occupies the highest position in the Anambra State command. You know, many a times, this statement, what I call it a confessional statement. It's a confession. You know, many a times there are moments of truth. There are times conscience speaks the truth. Either consciously or unconsciously. You know, when you see somebody that has lied and lied and lied over a period of time, there will always be moments truth emanates from such person. Many a times, a liar speaks the truth, consciously or even unconsciously. When such a statement comes from a man that they have done a lot of things in the past, over the decades, especially in the last 5 years, to make sure that IPOB is demonized by all means. This is a state many a times we see on the newspapers. IPOB ESN camp discovered so places. Several ammunitions discovered. IPOB members double cross so places with ammunitions. IPOB this, IPOB that. When this moment of truth comes, it comes either consciously or unconsciously. If a man in a position of the state commissioner of police in a conference can open his mouth and make such statements, to me, I see it as a confessional statement. Confessional statement. You know, and since this news came, it came some days ago, before the weekend, I have checked to see how many Nigerian media, newspapers, that will carry such a news. I couldn't see. The only place I saw this I think was in a Sahara Desert, Sahara Reporters, and is it Iberi TV? These are the two places I saw it. I'm not sure if there are others. But this is unlike Nigerian media when it comes to news that concerns IPOB. Because anytime we see one newspaper or one media house carries negative and false information about IPOB, before you know it, you see several others carrying the same news. Because it's a negative one. It talks about a group they want to destroy. It talks about the group they want to crucify. You know, many a times, we will always say that Nigerian newspapers or Nigerian news is censored. Because there has been occasions when the journalists themselves will always confess that when it comes to reporting of crimes, they do not even report what they witness. Whatever reports they carry out in the media, in newspapers, based on the police reports. This our sister, that's Ezibonwada Nneka Nwakoba, something like that. That's our lovely sister. There was a time she said that they were doing investigation in Imo State to find out the cause of crimes in Imo. So this, according to her, she said at a time they confronted some media to ask the media why have they continued to tag IPOB. That based on their own investigations, they could find out that most of those crimes they've been tagging on IPOB is not IPOB. Then the answer she got from the journalists that she spoke to, they told her, yes, they know some of these things, but because the rights has been taken away from them to report criminal issues or criminal cases the way it is, they always depend on the police reports. So as it is, when it comes to reporting of crimes, in as far as Nigeria is concerned, the media, the newspapers are handicapped. That is why you see them reporting on garbages, falsehood, because they have been censored. Even to the extent that anytime they report on crime the way it is, they are liable for legal action from the police. Because they've been warned that whatever reports they carry out should come from the police. That is why when you come to the Southeast, I have said this before, all the public relation officers, the PROs, the police PROs in the Southeast have been strategically positioned, and they are all Igbos. The police commissioners will be Yorubas or Fulanis or Hausas. But when it comes to the PRO, they make Igbos their PRO. Somebody that can be able to convince the public. Somebody that can be able to lie and the public will buy it. The public will buy it in the name that it is our own brother speaking. That our own brother wouldn't lie so much to us. Now, back to my topic. IPOB is an ideology. They are not devils. Statement from the Anambra State Commissioner of Police, Police Commissioner, a man occupying such position in police command in Anambra. You know, many a times when someone makes a statement, the weight of every statement many a times comes from the source, from the person that issued such statement. When such a statement comes from a man that is in the position for assumed, verified, investigated information on crimes, when such a man speaks conventionally, whether consciously or unconsciously, but when you hear that, you know this is the truth. This is a rare truth. This is a truth. Whether you call it, it came accidentally, but it is a fact, it is the truth. So this commissioner of police spoke the truth about IPOB. You know, many a times, all these people, they knew whom IPOBs are. They knew what IPOB represents. They knew what IPOB is doing. They knew what IPOB believes in. And they knew how IPOB is pursuing their goals. They knew. Because a man in this position is a man that the government, the governor of Anambra State, the government officials in Anambra State are depending on this man for the right information over any crime, over any issue that has to do with police investigations. Now, this man has finally told the public the truth about the issues of tagging IPOBs, devils. I'm surprised he could use these words. He said they are not devils. That means they have known that IPOB has been calling names they are. They understood the level of falsehood they have peddled against IPOB, against what IPOB does. So for such a man to make such a statement is a big confession coming from him. Yes, we knew that the media, Nigerian media, especially in the southeast, even in Anambra State, they have refused to carry it, even though it's coming from such a man in such a position. Because it contradicts all the years of lies, all the years of falsehood they have peddled against IPOB. So let's take this line by line, because this is an eye-opener. You know, many a times we've been talking about some of our own brothers that have been purposefully tagging IPOB all sorts of names. Even many a times, some of the communities criminals vandalized, especially in Imo State. Most of those communities knew the criminals that invaded their towns, their communities, that destroyed their communities, because they were warned that these are criminals being sponsored by the government. They are not IPOB. Many of them, many of those communities even welcomed them. We even had some of the women are even cooking for them. Their daughters washing clothes for the criminals vandalizing their communities. But some of them have turned out today to begin to call IPOB, IPOB. Despite they have been warned ab initio, because we have continued to scream it, that this group, these criminals are not IPOB members. We have no part in them. They have no part in us. At times I wonder, some of these people that are in different platforms, an group now, they have, even I was telling somebody, they now have same audience, because they have grouped themselves. They knew their group. Each time one of them is speaking, the audience of the other group will just go and join, because they are in the same mission. They want to achieve the same thing. They want to demonize IPOB. And these are our own people. Some of them are even IPOB members, previous IPOB members. You know, when I saw this, I was saying in my heart, these guys, sir, have they heard it from the police commissioner that IPOB is not what they are talking about them? The other time, that was, I think, last year, the same confessional statement came from Hope Uzodinma, the Imo State governor, telling the world that this group that are terrorizing Imo State are not Biafra agitators. These are political sponsored criminals. It has come out from Hope Uzodinma. Conventional statement. But because it's been designed, conscience has been designed to speak out the truth, whether you knew when it came or not. But it's been designed that there are moments of confession, moments of truth, moments of reality. So let's look at this man's statement line by line.
As expected, but you know, some people thought, I keep telling people, you call it Ipob, IPOB, those are just ideologies.
Did you hear what he said? He said he keep on telling people, hey, these people. That means this statement he made was not even his first time. He said he keep on telling people. Who are those people he keep on telling? Maybe the government officials, maybe his fellow police officers, maybe the communities. He said he keep on telling people. He keep on telling people that IPOB is nothing but what? Ideology. Now, when you say that IPOB is an ideology, yes, we believed it. IPOB, yes, is an organization, is a people. Our drive is being moved by our ideas and our beliefs. So when he said that IPOB is an ideology, I concur to that. Is an ideology, is our belief. Because there will always be a time when one's self-consciousness rises. There's always a time one realizes him or herself. Self-realization. It's just like somebody under a cage. No matter how blind you are, at a time, a kind of scales will leave your eyes. Then you begin to see yourself as a cage man. And if you are okay mentally, the first instinct that comes to you as a cage man is you want to get your freedom. You want to get out of this cage. You want to become a free man. Any man who has been on that cage for years, each time your eyes is open, the first move you make is on how to regain your freedom. Because you have realized yourself. Self-realization. That is the drive of this movement, IPOB movement. Our drive is as a result of our ideas, because we have found out that we don't have our freedom. And we've made a decision to seek for our freedom. And that is what we are doing. Let's continue to listen to him.
They're just ideologies. It's not like they are devils. They're not devils.
It's not like they are devils. It's not like they are devils. Now, if this man can make this confession, how did they make up all the years they have lied against us? All the years they have called us devils. All the years they have tagged us criminals. All the years they have called us terrorists. 2017, they say they have proscribed us. That means anywhere you find any of us, catch them, destroy them, kill them. They have been given a name that they are now liable for destruction. It's not like they are devils. Coming from him, that's what he said. They are not devils. When you say that IPOB are not devils, it has so many and several interpretations. You want to tell people now that IPOB is not what people has been saying. Because according to him, he said he has been telling people that these people are not devils. It's just their own ideology. They want to be free. They want to have their sovereign state of Biafra. Pure ideology. Pure belief. Pure belief. Let's continue to listen to him.
Some people tend to paint into the devil. They are not. And the people who know.
Okay, he said some people tend to paint them. He paints mother into a devil. You know, this is the worst you can do to a man. If somebody docha, paint black. Ibidonisi, a black paint from the head to the toe. He said that some people keep on painting them black. People are painting IPOB black. It's very, very shameful that none of the Nigerian media houses wants to carry this. It will be a shame on them that they have lied, that they have deceived the public all this while. That's why they run away from this news. But it's our responsibility to pick it up, talk about it, because now we don't depend on their news. The only news they want to talk about, carry about IPOB is those negative ones, that ESN, IPOB are caught so places. But when it comes to news like this, they want to cover it. They don't want public to hear about this. They don't want the public to hear about this. Now, one question I should ask this man. This man is the police commissioner in Anambra State. That means he knew that IPOB for years has been lied upon. He knew that IPOB members, Anambra State Police Command, has abducted, has disappeared, has taken to different DSS facilities across Nigeria. How does he now count for these disappearances, for these illegal abductions, illegal arrests on our members, on our people? He said that people has continued to paint them black. You know, many a times, these security men are the worst criminals you can ever find. Because when it comes to criminology, they are trained in positive words, a word, in the world where rule of law are being respected. They use the teachings of criminology they were taught in schools. They use it in their detective roles as forces. But when it comes to Nigerian police, They used those criminology knowledge and teachings and lessons they got from school. They applied it in committing impunities against the people. He said that IPOB has been painted black. Now, this black painted like IPOB. Whose responsibility is it to begin to clean and wipe it off? Who will clean those black painting they did on IPOB? The other day, I heard one of our leaders was speaking on radio. I think it was the deputy HOD. Last time he spoke, he made mention when he wants Soludo to release some of our members they illegally abducted. When I heard such statement, I knew Soludo has his Anambra State Police or government officials that have abducted our members. Then, if the police commissioner in Anambra State can come out to begin to make this confession, why are our members still being abducted in Anambra State? If this can come out from the person occupying the highest position in Anambra State Police Command, what of the damages they have done on us, against our people? Those our people they have illegally arrested, abducted, are they going now to release them? Having told the public that IPOB are not devils, people have continued to paint them black. They are not black, they are not devils, as people are calling them. Rather, what they are, their ideology. Their ideology. Let's continue to listen to him.
That you don't have to be a devil to have the Biafra ideology. They are working well. They are cooperating with the society.
Did you hear what he said? He said IPOB are working well. These police criminals that IPOB are working well. They are cooperating with the society. You know, when he talks about society, which society does he mean? Our Igbo, our Biafran society, our people. The IPOB is cooperating with the society. They are working well. You know, when some of this confession comes, it thunders like an eye opener. You get to know that these people understood the missions, the projects IPOB has been engaging in. These guys understand that the society IPOB is working for is Biafran society. Our people has been our interest. I listened to Mazi the other day. He was talking on the radio. He was giving incidents that led to the birth of ESN. It was a call from our people. It was a call from the communities that have been ravaged, that have been invaded and been destroyed by the Fulani marauders. Because the government they have cried out to, has refused to listen to them. We heard from the former governor of Anambra State, as a result of defending the Fulani marauders, he said if anybody kills one of them, he's going to pay the Fulani, the victim, so amount. This is the extent the Southeast governors went in defense to the intruders, in defense to the people that have invaded their own land, to destroy their people, to chase their people away from their own lands. We remember in Ehamafu, Enugu State, we saw it that time, how families were being chased away from their ancestral homes, where farmers are being brutalized, slaughtered on their own very farm, how houses are being burnt. A group were intruding, trogging at your family from your own house, abatan at your own farm, and so on. Upon that down, your sweat, your several months of sweat, your earnings, your energy. These are the things our people were going through. At a time, they could see that the governors are not working in their interest. They started to reach out to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Can he help them? Can their lives be secured? Can they be protected? Probably, if not that cry from our people, by now IPOB might not have thought of forming Eastern Security Network. So everything about IPOB, our mission, are our people oriented, Biafrans oriented. When it comes to security, it's been our priority. Many a times I look at ourselves. I say, look at Obelendi de Kanye, na toko ngubele ganye na lota, in order to protect our land, in order to protect our people. You know, when this police commissioner talks about IPOB is cooperating with the society, it's even gone beyond that. Our society, our people are at the very core interest that we have in whatever engagement, whatever project that we do embark on. They are cooperating with the society. Now, when he talks about IPOB cooperating with the society, this is people that have been saying that IPOB are destroying our people. But the police commissioner now, the man occupying the highest position in the police command, is now telling people that this group are not devils. You have continued to paint them black. That even he said that he has continued to tell people. So he could even detect people lying against IPOB. And when they lie, he said that he has continued to tell them, these guys are not devils. That means this man can went to rebel conscience. Who knows how he feels when he sees Anokata iwoputo ofu den ihe nwasige no IPOB camp, no ESN camp. Onya obie gana amaye ikpe. Who knows the kind of guilty conscience that pushed him into making this statement? Because even this statement, where this press conference is being taken place, the issue of IPOB is the last thing that should have come up in this press statement. Probably all his conscience may push a moment of truth. Moment of truth. He said IPOB is working well. They are cooperating with the society. This guy is what IPOB has done in the interest of our society. Do we talk about agriculture? talk about agriculture. How many millions IPOB has invested just to make sure that there will be food protection in our land? How many governors has engaged in such? Call it livestock. Call it encouraging farmers with seedlings, with fertilizers, engaging in commercial farming. All these places, IPOB in order to make sure that our people are well protected. We are talking about what Fulanis are doing. There has been a number of cases. The food they send down to the southeast are being poisoned. Because there are some special food, basically from north. Our people don't farm or don't grow those kind of food. These are the things that IPOB saw on time for the benefit of our society, for the benefit of our people. They started to encourage us. But remember when we did agricultural project? It was a big campaign, well driven. At a time, we started to see other bloggers, and the bloggers and calling. At a time, they started to key in to our agricultural project. They started to support it. At a time, even some of these governors started to talk about investment into agriculture. It was a brainchild of IPOB. So when this state commissioner of police tells you that IPOB is mindful or that IPOB is cooperating with the society, is part of what he's trying to explain to people. That this group, devils, this group you people have painted blacks, they are not blacks. They are not devils. Rather, is an ideology. They are working well. A lot of statements. Within 2 minutes, this man talked about IPOB. A lot of statements, a lot of sentences came from him. IPOB is an ideology. They are not devils. A lot of people has continued to paint them black. He has continued to tell people that these people are not devils. They are working well with the society. IPOB is working well. They are cooperating with the society. 6 sentences within 1 minute, 2 minutes. He diverged into IPOB talk. This is a press chat that he came out to tell people about his work in Anambra State. He brought in IPOB into it. Several media houses were there with their cameras, videoing, but they have refused to talk about it. Now, when he said that some people are painting them blacks, or some people are calling them devils, who are those people? In all honesty, how would the police? How would the police are the architect? These are the people that have continued to mislead the public, tagging every crime to IPOB ESN. You know what happened in Tiger Base? The letters, the current discoveries, witnesses coming out to talk about Tiger Base. It has served as an eyewitness the extent this police can go into blackmailing IPOB, into tagging IPOB. Many people that have come out to talk about the Tiger Base, many stated that vibrant youths of Imo State, they were anything that has to do with IPOB Biafra struggle. Onye ejidere na anwudo ha, anwudo ga-akpọ ga IPOB. They keep on abducting people, calling and tagging them IPOB. The other day we saw in Kesenia PRO, Imo State, Henry Okoye. The man, John Bosco, John Bosco, the young guy, that pied in their hand. An industrious guy in Abalonwayambe, a very young man of 36 years. They went to his shop, abducted him, their usual manner. Buriyanana, their tiger-based facility, tortured him to death. Immediately, the guy died. Henry Okoye, the PRO, Imanazuro Hanoshi, they can cook up lies. They do write press release Yoshi. All from there, the kanji way, that thing, like, the thing opened my eyes to understand this, their police press release here. The extent these people cook up lies in their press releases. We remember how he presented to the public that John Bosco, an innocent man that they tortured to death. They tagged this man in their press release, an IPOB member, ESN. They said that they confronted them in gun battle, and along the line, John Bosco sustained gun shooting and on the leg, and he died on the process. A man that died in their custody. Thank God for Nonsunkwa that did a great job as regards to that. That's how they were discovered. This has been their modus operandi. So when this Anambra State Commissioner talks about they have continued to paint IPOB black, oh, how are we police? Oh, how are not on top of it? Oh, how are? Because everything newspaper that those newspapers that are carrying IPOB ESN camp discovered, all reports police in a push to the media, to the journalists, and they push her to them. Of course, we all know that in Nigeria, there's nothing like investigative journalism. In the Western world, even if police gives you information, journalists, at least on their own, do some search, some research, some investigations into it. But Nigerian media is garbage in, garbage out. Whatever thing the police garbage into them, they, on the other hand, garbage it out to the society, to the public. That is why lies and falsehood has increased. Look at the police commissioner telling you they have continued to blackmail IPOB. They have continued to tag them devils, but they are not devils. It's ideology. IPOB are working well. They are cooperating with the society. What, for us to begin to mention how IPOB, our project, because our project is always drive. And we don't get any do we talk about, you remember when in the EEDC, they call them EEDC, and they are not Chinanya and the NEPA, and they not supply Oko, na Southeast. There were time they were bringing up exorbitant energy prices to homes. In one room, with a loan of bill of 100,000 naira in a month. Coupled with an awkward ad, there wasn't a light. Steady light is one of the things IPOB campaigned for. We remember, we took it as a campaign. We talked so much, we narrowed it, we brought up instances, witnesses that have witnessed exorbitant prices from this EEDC. Many a times it will be an area that haven't had a light in the last 6 months, but every day 50,000 bills every month 50,000 bills are coming to the household, a household that have not seen light. It was until IPOB started to campaign against it. At a time, other people killed in. And well, one thing, if many a times when people underestimate the power of IPOB, before you know it, like, we might not be that many, no, I don't know. It could be, I'll call it a divine backing. This is a divine mission. We are in a divine mission. Whichever project we picked up to talk about it, before you know it, other bloggers will join. Government will even join. Masses will join and support it. This tiger base here, push here. Thankfully, to Nonsongwa and his Ihena. And you could see, when we started to talk about it, Showereha came in with Sahara reporters. Now you can see the witnesses, victims, are now having the boldness to come up to speak about their ordeals with Tiger Base. This we are not obtainable before. Because this is a group where after torturing and destroying you, they will warn you and your family that if they ever hear about it outside, that will be your end. When you destroy it, you don't want to talk about it. But now we are seeing people coming out to scream. This is what they went through. This is their experiences in the hands of these horrible people. These are the things IPOB has engaged in. So when this Anambra State Police Commissioner tells you that IPOB is working well, IPOB is engaging with the society, he knew our work. Our work stands out. And it's for our people and nothing but our people. Nothing but our people. When we started to talk about let's develop our land, let's stop building and developing other regions, it started like a joke. Because our people's attachment to cities like Lagos, Abuja, and so on, you can say that the urge or the temptation, the push for our people going over there to develop has really come down. Many of our people have started to look into development in our land. That is why in the last 2 years, there is no part of Nigeria that, what do they call it, estate development has boomed in the last 2 years, more than in the Southeast. When we started the campaign, it was like a joke. Before you know, bloggers started to talk about it. This guy, Don, even he released a song recently. He talked about it. So even musicians, bloggers, even governors themselves, is an IPOB brainchild. We brought it in for our people. We want to develop our land. And our people has keyed in. And this is what this Yoruba man, the Anambra State Police Commissioner, is telling the public. IPOB is working well. They meant well for the society. They are cooperating with the society. Now, where are the likes of Kedafeya, Henry Okoye, Onyoshi Nkena na Imo State? The one that specializes in tagging every crime to IPOB. I hope he heard what this state commissioner is talking about. And that Henry Okoye is from Anambra State. And the police commissioner saying this is the police commissioner in Anambra. It's the Anambra State Police Commissioner. A man in this position that knew the truth. A man in this position that the government depends on information on crimes from these guys. Anyway, there are crime in any state. Each time the governor of the state tells you, we are going to investigate into it. Such a governor is liaising with the state commissioner of police for information, for deep investigation, to uncover the reality. And this is the man now telling Anambra State, telling Soludo, telling Ndi Anambra, and not only Ndi Anambra Konagwa, he's telling the whole people in the Biafra land, IPOB are not devils. You guys are tagging them black and devils. They are not. These guys are being driven by their ideologies, by their beliefs, by their ideas. Confession. Confession. Somebody made a comment somewhere. He said, I'm sure they're going to change this police commission after this statement. They are going to change him. This is a statement I know even Soludo himself wouldn't like to hear. What of the Anambra State PRO, Nkewuto Chukwu Ikenga? Many a times he tells a lot of lies about IPOB. And he's under this man. So how does he then assimilate the statement from his boss? Because the statement is a confession, is a reality, is the truth about IPOB. The way they have painted IPOB black, that black paint, start to scrape it out. If they will have peace, IPOB is just an ideology. They are not devils. Let's listen to it again. Let's listen from the beginning.
It's an ideology, and we do not want it to be a destructive ideology. That is my take, and that.
Okay, he said they do not want it to be a destructive ideology, which it has never been. Is a positive ideology that secures life, that protects life, that preserves life. If a group like IPOB can be using their hard-earned money to promote defense and protection over our land, they meant well. It's not a negative work. So this ideology, we have used it positively. There has never been a situation where we have abused it. To the extent IPOB has helped in the policing of the land. Many a times where there are cultist group in the towns that disturbs the town, IPOB branch will swing into investigation to uncover the people behind. After the investigation, we will always see our leaders coming to Radio Biafra to call even names. If we can go that extent of calling criminals out, calling their names on the Biafra radio, is to tell you how straight, how clean our mission has been, in contrast to all the allegations and blackmails. Thank you, each and every one of you, for listening. This let me read some of the things people are saying. If you have anything to contribute, you are free to call me. If you have my number, you can call me. I didn't put my number. I can see Okijaman, Ome Penny, thank you. I can see Onyinye Ndokwe, Oyinaya. Sorry, I don't have my glasses are here, so I can see properly. Yeah, I can see Oyirinaya Ndokwe saying good evening. I can see Oboronjo Tio. I can see Mazi, Drinya, Omepeni DOSRYs. Okay, Omepeni DOSRYs are very much wiser. We say no to Fulanese and Yoruba contractions. That is true. We have Wada Favor. Thank you, Oge. Thank you, Wada. Ezedinobi Shidolin and De Wada. Thank you, Wada Favor. Greetings, Oge. Thank you, Wada. Azubike Chukundewo. Thank you, Azubike. And many of us, Kelvin and IPOB, one big family. Thanks to HODS, DOS, ESN, IPOB worldwide, registered under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, discharged and acquitted by a job. And Zokome. We are wiser now. That's it. Kevin Mba. The message keep on disappearing. Kevin, there's something Kevin wrote. It has disappeared. John Mikkel, may your days belong. Watching it. Thank you, Mikkel. Your days belong too. We have okay, Azubiki Kechuku, Chidozie Chede. Yeah, thank you for watching. At the absence of Ifeanyi Chukwueze, Kevin, Bright, Chimez. Oh, Augusta, thank you, sir. They know what, yes, they know what they are doing. They know, they do know. They do know. If the police commissioner can tell you that he keeps on telling them, he keeps on telling people that IPOB is just an ideology. He knew that people have been lying against IPOB. He knew. Which people under his command, his police forces under him, has been a part to that. Bunch of blackmailers, liars. So this police commissioner on Anambra State, Ikioye, since now you could confess and tell the public that IPOB are not devils, it's just an ideology. They are not what people are calling them. People are painting, these are your words, people are painting them black, and they are not. They are working well. They are useful to the society. How do you reverse all these things you've done against IPOB? Starting from all the lies, all the falsehood. Because each time these people brings up news that ESN camp we are discovered committing this with ammunitions, killing, doing this, some people assumed them to be truth. So how do you reverse this falsehood, these years of falsehood against IPOB? These years of deceit, public deceit, institutionalized deception on the people against IPOB. How do you reverse it? How do you make things up? If there are still any IPOB member in any police custody in Anambra State, and after this confession, this man did not order for such a release, his conscience will continue to disturb him. Yes, I do appreciate him, at least for speaking out the truth. But let it be a truth that will be backed up with an action. The incessant of picking IPOB members in the southeast, in Anambra State in particular, where he is, he needs to put a stop to it. He needs to put a stop to it. So here I'll bring it to an end. Thank you for joining me, and I say from here goodbye and happy Christmas in advance. Thank you.